Why yes, I do, but okay, guys, welcome back. So today we'll keep practicing IELTS, shall we? But different than the last time. This time we just do part two and part three, cause part one we have already finished. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get started. We will do for like three speaking topic part two this time. Let's see. The last time okay. When was the last time it was shopping, right? Yeah, it was topic 20. That would be here. Okay. So today I am going to talk about an athlete in my country who performed excellently in a sport event, which is my cousin. He is a swimming athlete, sorry, a football athlete, and currently he is 28 years old and he plays a role as a striker in his team. So to be honest, I meet him every month, once every month, and we often uh, when we often go coffee and chit chat about our life as well as our career. So sorry about that. One of the things that make me have a strong interest in him, strong interest and admiration in him is that he is a modest as well as hardworking person. This is because even though he achieved a certain degree of achievements, he still find himself have to try more to put more effort into his career, which is a national to become a national football player. So uh, he has, and when it comes to his achievement, he has achieved one, which is a gold medal in SEA Games, and the SEA Game is in short of Southeast Asian sport game. Yeah, so it happened for like 5 years ago, and he wa- he took part in the football match in Indonesia, and he helps my country to achieve a gold medal in the final match between Vietnam versus Indonesia. And he is, and then after, yeah. So yeah, that's it. And the main reason that's why I'm admire. Mhm. Okay, so should students have physical education and do sports at school? Uh, to my point of view, I would say that student should not about should, but they must take part in PE subject. This is because the majority of subjects in primary and secondary schools re, requires do not require students to move around. Instead, they just need to sit at a place. So by letting students to learn about physical education and do sports at school, they will not just improve their physical health, but also to relieve stress after a hard working process in other subjects. So what qualities make an athlete? Hmm. Um, in my opinion, I would say that there are there are two aspects that make an athlete become excellent. One of which is to be is endeavor. That is, I think that is I think that is obvious because if you want to become an athlete, you have to experience a huge number of difficulties as well as trainings in order to achieve, a, I would say that a certain level of of skills in that sport. So let's just say that to become a sport, to become a famous football player, uh, we have to, in addition, we have to spend a lot of time to go to, not just about going to playing football a lot, but we have to train our body as well, so that when we have any collision with other with other competitors in the football match, we will not be, you know, we are not likely to become to fall down or to get injured. So, uh, do, is is talent important in sports? Well, um, I hate to say this, but yes, talents play a key role in sports, and this even have a lot of research has been conducted to attest this theory. So I still remember that I read the research last week. It talked about, the difference between and they found that the majority of famous swimming athletes, yeah, they are born they were born in an environment that near the sea, which and they have and they all share the same common is that they used to swim a lot when when they were a child. So I think that is very important. And another sport I then another example of how talent important in sport is about running. So is it when it comes to running. So if you are born, let's just say that with African gene, you are likely to have a better stamina as well as your durability will become much better compared to Asian genes. Yeah, so which is why that you will, when it comes to run in a long run, and you will be run faster and longer compared to those born in Asia, born with Asian gene. So is it easy to identify children's talent? Hmm. Well, many people often complain that they do not know what children's talents is, the children potentials is, is but to me, I find that it would be not so difficult. I would say not so difficult because we often, in order to, explore any children's talent, all we need to do is just let them do anything they want, and from that we will start to recognize, find out what their talents are, and from so my younger sister, for example, she is a good illustration for this. She has a strong, she has a strong talent. I would say that is an inborn talent. Yeah, her gift the talent to piano, and this is not because my mom forced her or let her. My mom forced her or supervised her to play the piano, but it's all about, she just accidentally saw, she just accidentally saw my sister play a piano in her school, and then she started to find out, to recognize that is her true talent. So what is the most popular sport in your country? um let's see, if I had to choose one, I would say football. I mean, Vietnamese people have a strong love for this sport, and in fact, in 2018, um, Vietnam Vietnamese national team, national football team, went into the final match against Uzbekistan in the 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 championship, sorry, the Asian championship. Yeah, and even though Vietnam team didn't win the match, the people will still people at that time still, went to the street, and they celebrated at that moment, and and There was so many people celebrated Vietnam team that the street became crowded, and yeah, it was such a happy moment in Vietnam, yeah. And so back to the present, I was and the other reason that makes football become famous in our country is that there is a huge plethora of people play the sport. I mean, you can easily find it if you go to the street, and then you will see that even children they will try to take advantage of any space available to play this sport. Mhm. Okay, so describe a good advertisement that you think is useful. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about a wonderful advertisement that I find it useful, which is my company's advertisement. So this advertisement is all about we are doing it currently. We are doing it to prepare for the New, Lunar New Year holidays. So we have been planning this campaign for like 2 months, and now we just start to launch this project. So the slogan of our campaign is return to your nature, return to your roots. That is your family, your ancestors. Yeah, and the purpose of the purpose of the campaign is to enable people to recall their hometown as well as their homesickness, so that they will have more motivation to return home. So yeah, and the reason that I believe it is interesting is that uh, because I find our company's advertisement, outstanding compared to other competitors. We have a clearer message, as well as we spend more money to invest in this project. So I believe it will be much more interesting compared to other ads other advertisements about Lunar New Year holidays. And in fact, yeah, we we have received some achievements since the day we begin. Yeah, like we there are a lot of positive feedbacks about the advertisement from our customers. Okay, so what do you think about online advertising? Um, I think that online advertising it is a wonderful tool for companies and brands to promote their products and services, and this is because currently with the popularity of smartphones, especially smartphones, conventional televisions now are becoming less less prevalent than before, and which is why that online advertising to me is a great tool for company and brands to promote their products. Like I mentioned before, my company just launched a a campaign about New Year, Lunar New Year holidays, and the main channels that we use to promote this campaign is on Facebook, on social media, yeah, as well as on YouTube, like such as Facebook and YouTube. So yeah, and of course compared to some other competitors which just use the traditional TV, I find that this channel is much more effective and cost saving. Are there any great online advertisement? So like I said before, my company's My company's advertisement for New Year's Lunar New Year's holidays is one of the greatest advertisement online that I have seen. But in addition to that, I there's one advertisement that I found very interesting. It's all about about promoting the new instant noodles. Yeah, this just happened for like it has been this happening for like 2 weeks, and it's all and you should all you need to know is that the instant noodle market in Vietnam is it is the prey of the big one, which is only big corporations will survive and thrive in this area. But the new instant noodle company, they outstand they outstand they become outstanding compared to big companies by they create a trend, and that trend it become trending for a long time. It become viral for a long time, and right now it still become viral, and you can easily search it by Google it, or you go to Facebook and you search with the keyword dragon fruit instant noodle. That you will see, and then you will see there are a lot of results from not just about the company itself, but about all the customers, all the consumers as well. Yeah, and I which is why that I believe that is a great online advertisement, since it utilized the strength of social media. So, what do people usually buy? Um, I'll say that it is a kind of a general question, but in my opinion, I find that people will usually buy it because they want to, because their demand asks them to buy it. So, um, when talking about when it comes to demands, people often think about food and shelter, but in this contemporary era, demand is much more wider than that. In fact, the Maslow hierarchy of needs show that food and shelter is just about basic needs of human. In this time, people even seek the demand for actual self-actualization and the demand of being recognized. So what is it? What does it mean? So let's just say that you will see there are a lot of people try to get a new phones, a latest, a cutting edge smartphones, or they want to buy a car that is from a famous brand, and and when if you ask them, you will find that they didn't buy the product of that brand, but they buy the reputation of that brand. In for for example, if you buy a Mercedes car, you didn't buy the engine, because if you want to buy the engine, BMW will outperform Mercedes. But instead, you buy the reputation, in which Mercedes represent the lavish, the lavish aspect, as well as it is the brand of successful entrepreneurs. Yeah, so that is why people will consider buy. Why do buying new things make people happy? Um, Interesting question. In my opinion, I believe that uh, buying will buying will address people needs. Yeah. So to so this can be illustrated by an example in which there are a lot of people try to buy new clothes to show off to their friends and show to their friends and everybody on social media. So they didn't buy clothes because they didn't buy the clothes because as far as I know, the majority of young people who buy new clothes just wear it for like 1 to 2 times. Yeah, only once or 1 to 2 times from the time they buy it. But the real thing they buy is the I would say that it is the superiority that the that 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 the brand of the clothes they bought have. And let's just say that you bought a piece of clothes from Gucci. Yeah, we all know that Gucci is a luxurious brand, right? So I find that people will the majority of people Gucci do not wear Gucci garments on daily basis because I mean you rarely see someone wear Gucci garments to go to the company. It is I mean it is too luxurious. Yeah, but instead they just wear it on special events such as like fashion events or school prom. Yeah, but instead they buy I would say that they buy the superiority, the reputation of the brand. Yeah, and that makes people become happy and satisfied. So, do people watch useless advertising in this day and age? um, to be honest, I had to say that um, today people often complain that uh, advertisements become have less quality compared to the past decades. But I am working as a marketing executive, and I marketing and marketing executive and a brand strategist. I understand this clearly. It's not about the problem is not about the brand. The, it's not about the company giving Usenet advertisement, but it's about the humans themselves have a higher taste for advertisement. Um, they demand for for the kinds of advertisement that is less complicated, but they must have a memorable message so that people will remember when every time people re, uh, look about the product, the first thing they recall will be the brand itself. So let's just say that you want to buy a car that is for rich people, what brand do you think first? It will definitely about such as like Lexus, Mercedes, yeah. But that is because the branding itself they spend for like years, decades to build that concept, that perceptions inside our minds, inside the customer's mind, and this is the thing that nowadays they are unable to do it. It takes a huge amount of financial resources. Yeah, so that is why people find them useless today, even though in my opinion they are not so useless at all. Okay, so describe a difficult task you completed at work or study and you felt proud of it. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about a task, I would say a mission that I completed in my study and I felt extremely proud of it, which is uh, which is finishing my graduation thesis. So we just successfully protected the graduation thesis last week, and this task required me to do with other friends. In other words, it is the group projects. So uh, the test is requires us to create a business plan for a new business, and we have to do a lot of research about it. Like we have to do some analysis. We have to conduct we had to conduct interviews about people, about our potential customers, as well as we have to build the organizational structure, doing some research about the market and brand for a marketing brand, yeah, and prepare a marketing brand. So, and the reason that makes this task become difficult is that It requires me to utilize the knowledge that I have learned in 4 years of college, which is why it is extremely difficult because we only have for like 45 minutes to to present. We only had for like 45 minutes to present about the thesis. Yeah, but fortunately we were able to do it. In fact, we successfully managed it, and our teacher, highly regard us, and I would say that there's a moment of pride, and we say that I am proud of that because our graduation thesis is on the top of our school newspaper. Yeah. So and one of the reasons that makes me proud about the project is that this project will play a key role in making my CV become better in the eyes of employers, and it also helps me to build a mindset but in which I have learned how to approach to any problem more efficiently. Yeah, and another thing that makes me love this project and feel proud about the project is that uh, I feel there's a sense of gratitude inside me. Is that I feel gratitude for because I have about my teammates. I would say that they were awesome. They helped me a lot in the project, which helps me to get a high score in this project. Yeah. Okay. So, what are the things that make people feel proud of? Mm, Interesting question. In my opinion, it depends. It depends on what age group are you in. So let's just say that if you are about if you are young people from like 10 to 20 years old, you are more likely to uh, the academic achievements will be the things that make me feel proud of. But when it comes to older groups, such as from 30 to 45 years old, you will be more the things that make you feel proud of. It would be your careers, in which how much money you can make, as well as what kind of position are you doing. And but if you are much older, let's just say that you are about for like 60 to 70 year group age, 60 to 70 group, the things that make you happy will be about your children, your kids. How what you will There will be a sense of pride in you happen if you find your children achieve some achieve their achievements to get their achievements, such as if your nephew and your niece are successful in school, you will feel proud of them. Yeah. So do people often feel proud of themselves when they complete a difficult task? Absolutely yes. I would say that. In fact, there's a psychological research about this in which they let participants asked to solve a difficult math exercise, and after they successfully manage the homework, the exercise, the results show that there is a huge amount of dopamine, which is a hormone that help us feel happy. Yeah, so a huge amount of the hormones released, and people feel that they are proud of themselves, as well as they find themselves happier compared to the moment before they do the task. So the same is true to me. I mean, I as I mentioned before, when I just finished my graduation thesis. I just finishing protecting it, and I received the grade. I mean the grade, and there's a sense of gratitude as well as pride rise again me, and I find that I felt extremely happy and happy and proud about myself and my team. So I believe that is so that is why that people will have a strong tendency of pride if they just finish a hard task.